Hi there, it's me, PG. I want to invite you. So if you're receiving this video, consider yourself invited. Even if somebody forwarded onto you saying, hey, check this out, um, you're invited too. I'm going to kick something off this coming Thursday. So it's coming up really quick, September 25th, 6 p.m., Yakima Stone Church campus in the city, our elementary room. We're going to kick off a thing. We're calling it KidMin Equip. It's simply this: equipping children's leaders to create content and develop programming and to build teams and to partner with families. Here's the thing that I know. In 26 years that I've been doing this children's ministry thing, I have seen 9 people that have served alongside me develop into and launch into vocational ministry themselves. 9 in 26 years. But in those 26 years, I viewed myself as the main kids person, the main kids teacher, the one that led everything. And I didn't release authority all that intentionally. And I'm looking at it right now, and I've got 14 or so years left before I would retire at age 70. And it's my desire to do this: 91 more people that I am either directly responsible for or a secondary influence in seeing a total of 100 people launched into vocational ministry before I retired at age 70. It's my desire now to shift from being the main kids person to equipping people to inspire children to become like Jesus. Really, it's equipping people to shift the trajectory of children's lives. And so we're launching a thing, and it starts this coming Thursday night, the 26th. It's a 12-month program to begin preparing you to launch. I want to prepare you to coordinate, direct, or eventually lead an entire children's ministry. Here's what I mean by coordinator. A coordinator would oversee one room for all services on a Sunday morning. So let's say that you're overseeing the city, the elementary room. I'd look for an elementary coordinator that could handle everything for all elementary age kids. Maybe somebody that handles all things early childhood, which would be like age 3 and under. Somebody to oversee that. And then that's what a coordinator does. And we're wanting to position coordinators because if you're at the Yakima campus, just teacher Tammy alone, Tammy has more than 9 direct reports. And when you have more than 9 direct reports, it starts to be very difficult to direct. And she's like 5 times that. All right. So like we need to raise up leaders behind her. Somebody who would able to coordinate all things babies and toddlers for all 3 services. Somebody to coordinate 2s, 3s, and maybe bridge or 2s, 3s in town. And directors, which is what Tammy does, is somebody that oversees an entire age category. Like all things elementary. So that would be at Yakima, both bridge and city would be a director. And somebody that oversees what Tammy does, all things early childhood. That includes like the scheduling, learning planning center, everything else. So there's coordinators, directors, and then there's campus leads, which is currently myself, Amy Denham, and Jordan Lobestal. But there's going to be more in the future as Stone continues to have vision for the valley and maybe vision beyond the valley. Like we've got to start loading up and pushing authority down. And so it's this necessary timing for us to make a shift in the way I lead. And instead of me being the guy, I become the person that equips people to change the trajectory of children's lives. And so I want to get you ready to launch, whether it's within one of Stone Church's campuses or even beyond us and what we do. So we're establishing this thing where one meeting a month, you would gather with a team lead in one of these 4 areas, and you'd spend 13 weeks in each one of these core areas before you would move on to the next. So you can see the arrows on your screen. From content, you would move into an area of 13 weeks building content. And we'll unpack this a little bit more as it goes, but lesson plans and themes and next steps. And then you'd move after 13 weeks of that would move into programming. unless you started in programming, and then you would actually move to team building. Once you're done with learning team building stuff, you'll move into family impact. And after 13 weeks in each, you'll spend a full year. And I believe if we do it right, you would be ready to launch, or at least ready to move into a coordinator or a director position, which are places that we need to develop people for. We need to become, Kids World needs to be more about developing leaders from my perspective and what I need to do. My focus needs to be on developing leaders, and that's you. So you'd be in one of 4 small cohorts. Let's say that we have 15 people doing this, then 3 or 4 people will be working on content together, while 3 or 4 people are working on programming together. 3 or 4 people are working on team building. So just content, it's elementary lesson planning, right? So I'm helping you learn to design curriculum and content with a 3-year scope and sequence, tailored to the specific needs of your children's ministry that you would oversee. So from elementary lesson planning, you would actually get our Google Doc, and you would then be able to take, so there's a Google Doc that has our typical service order in it of what we do in the elementary space, and then a ton of content down below. And you just get to select pieces from the content down below of how should we teach the memory verse? How should we play this? What game should we play? Cut it from below, paste it back in above, and create that. And so along with Carrie Latimer, you'll do that, and then it will actually get submitted to either Jordan Lobestall or myself for final tweaking as quote unquote like executive producers, and then it goes to print. And that rolls out at each campus. Also, while you're on the content team, you will spend some time with the early childhood planning team. You can't stay in elementary circles the entire time and then think that you can be able to oversee early childhood. It's a completely different animal. So you need to spend time there. Themes, you'll actually work on the decorating theme and develop that, because we have a new theme every single month that we roll out. And then assist in communicating the next steps pathway and challenges for kids. We just started to launch that during the kids conference this fall, and we want to further unpack that and help people to get it. And you will help us build that and create that and communicate it. And then you'll be involved in evaluating and innovating our content, how to just improve the entire package. Programming, it's more than just events, but you're going to learn Sunday, midweek, and event planning system with the details involved to be able to consistently win in the children's ministry that you lead. Pastor Amy will be able to oversee you and meet with you, again, just once a month. And then you will be given assignments that you'll be able to work on and share those things in Google Docs as we go. But from weekend systems, you'll actually serve with an assigned coordinator at a campus that you may not be familiar with. And you'll show up early and actually plug in and connect the printers, the check-in system to the printers, turn the music on, turn the TVs on in the hallway, turn the TVs on in the classroom, get all the media up and running. Usually you have to even take, and in 3 of our rooms, you have to go online and download from online the media show for each of the services. And and then you'll work with that coordinator and solve problems in the hallway for the entire morning. You'll learn classroom structures. You'll spend 2 consecutive weeks in a classroom that you're not familiar with, and 1 week you're just going to observe, and the next week you're completely in charge. You'll go back to back on that, as well as working with Pastor Amy to plan and execute events that will occur during your quarter. For example, one of the things that you will immediately begin working on if you go into programming is helping us prepare. We are wanting to do a family Christmas party, like a family experience, and family Christmas experience, probably with gingerbread house making and pajama stuff. I don't know. That's going to be up to you. Also, evaluate and innovate our programming. Team building. There's just some things that I have learned over 26 years of building teams, of recruiting, scheduling, equipping, and then nurturing those ministry teams. And I am simply going to help you with that. But you will also be responsible for recruiting one person, inviting them onto the team, and then guiding them through the steps where they get scheduled through their job shadow and their training prompt stuff. Oh, yeah. I want you to help me create some training material that we're able to place online. So we're going to script it and eventually shoot it too. where some of our training can be done online, but walking people through the training process as well as finding their niche and continuing to serve, and then even helping us show our appreciation and nurturing them. So it's team building. You'd spend that time with me. You'll spend time with Calissa on family impact, and that will also interface with the team doing the family impact, the family experiences. You'll work with them, but also just texting new families. We need to get a hold of a lot of email addresses that we don't have, because at check-in for their first time, we usually only get their telephone number. So therefore, they don't receive the family devotions and the announcement stuff that we send out every Sunday. We need to help with that, as well as some birthday stuff and family devotional material and social media. We'll give you our social media passwords, and so you can log in and actually handle our Instagram stuff, take our devotional content, our small group questions, turn them into devotional content using Canva, so it can actually get posted on our social media, as well as family experiences, and also evaluating and innovating some new ways that we can do a better job with family impact. Maybe even a family missions trip. And so we'd love to invite you to that. So our first meeting is September 25th, and then you can see the exact, it's usually the last Thursday of each month, except for obviously November, because the last Thursday of the month is Thanksgiving. And definitely not December either, because the last Thursday of the month, it's Christmas Day. So those dates have been altered, but pretty much for the next 12 months, those dates are on your screen right now. In each monthly meeting, for the first little chunk of the meeting, you'll spend time with me learning the 10 essentials of children's ministry, discovering your own leadership style, and how to build a ministry that's authentic to you and who you are and how you lead. And then you'll dive into your cohort, where you'll spend 13 weeks at a time in one of those core four ministry areas before you move on to the next. It's one meeting a month. This year, it's absolutely free. Next year, we may actually end up connecting it to Stone Leadership School, where you get degree and certification along with what you're doing. And I didn't go back. I should go back. Even like family impact, you get to be involved in like child dedication. You get to be involved in the kids' water baptism class. It's fun times, and I'm really excited to involve you and to see you involved with our families at a deeper level, and really to give you more authority to help us carry this thing through and to get you ready to launch. So you're invited. I'm done rambling. Talk to you later.